Hi, I'm Lindsay Alexander, and this is mybanktracker.com. There are many things to consider when buying a home, and if you're a first-time home buyer, you're going to want to pick up a few tricks of the trade, so when it comes to that moment, you'll be in the know. I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can make the buying process go along smoothly. The first tip is to know the market. There are websites out there that will enable you to do so. A couple of them to check out are Trulia and Zillow. These are going to tell you what the rates are going to be for homes in your area and which direction prices are moving. Your realtor will be there to help you along the way, but it can't hurt to do your research online as well. A house is one of the major purchases in your life, so you want to know all the ins and outs to make wise decisions along the way before you plunge into that investment. Ask yourself questions like, are prices moving up or has the market bottomed out? With this knowledge, it will make you all the more wise and savvy. You need to also consider the macroeconomic climate. In 2006, it was really difficult to tell what was going on, and then things quickly changed and took a turn for the worst. But since 2008, it's not as if someone bought a home and lost money on it. So be sure to look at the risks that could be outside your local market too. Another important tip is know the full costs. Paying your mortgage is just part of your financial responsibilities as a homeowner. You'll also need to cover closing costs, which can be pricey, as well as homeowners insurance, property taxes, and depending on the structure of your mortgage insurance. It may make sense to use an online calculator, but it may not give you the exact number of what your total monthly costs will be. Now, you want to be prepared for the unexpected. With a home, you don't have a landlord anymore. So with that, you can do whatever you want to your new place. Knock out the walls, paint it black, whatever you want. But now you have to pay for everything: plumbers, locksmiths, contractors, and so on. You're your own landlord now, and you have to pay all those extra costs. And along with that, you can't forget about your mortgage payments, insurance, and taxes. One of the fourth tips is location, location, location. Now, I know you've heard this one before. Your home's location will decide its value should anything in that market change, like your children's school district, your commute, your neighbors, your grocery store, everything. You're going to have to look at all your options. Do you want a big home in a new tract development with no neighbors and a long commute? Or do you want something modest in an older neighborhood with some nearby businesses, walking distance from school? It's unlikely that your two choices will be so drastically different, but these are the types of things to keep in mind when buying a home. It's something you'll be keeping for a long time. And the last and final tip is to get your credit score right. Studies have shown that as much as 80% of credit reports contain errors of some sort. You have to be aware of this because there are plenty of ways your credit score can be artificially lower than it should be. You can't let this be the case when you go to get pre-approved for a loan. An artificially low credit score could end up costing you thousands and thousands of dollars over the course of your mortgage if you don't qualify for a lower rate. So please do yourself the biggest favor. Make sure your credit score is in tip-top shape before thinking about buying your first home, or it could cost you, and you don't want to make a big mistake on such an important purchase. I'm Lindsay Alexander with mybanktracker.com, and together we're going to build your finances and rebuild the world.